The lovers.
So what does the lovers mean to you, Jude?
Oh, well, interestingly enough, we've done so many readings between us, haven't we? And on our event nights as well. It's a card that very rarely appears.
It does, yeah, it's quite rare.
It is a rare card. Now you think, law of averages and all of that, but that just shows you the nature of the tarot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Really, the cards. Some cards appear quite frequently, others don't seem to. Now the lovers is one that doesn't seem to often appear.
Surprisingly, how little it appears actually.
And now, for me, lots of people now you'll read. We've talked about this before. Loads and loads and loads of definitions on the tarot cards on the internet, and that's fine. You make up your own opinion about these things, and often people talk about making choices in love. It's often about relationships, but for me, I don't know if you agree, it's really about self-love, and that's where it starts.
Yeah, I think it has to start there, doesn't it? It's about self-love, self-respect, self-love.
Yeah.
And if you can't love yourself, you
Yes.
can't love anybody else, really.
That's
So you've got to learn to love yourself.
Yeah, but the card sort of asks you, well, how do you do that? Because love to one person is something completely different to another.
Look, you know what? And you know as well as I do, Jude, that everyone, you and you and you and you, all of you and all of us, we're all messed up on some level. Because life does that to us. You can't get through life without it doing something to you, to twist your bones, to twist your mind.
And as you always say, the ones out there that say, well, I'm not messed up, are the most messed up of all.
Yeah, they're the most. Avoid them. Yeah. Completely avoid them, because they're not right.
Yeah.
So but I think the lovers is about self-acceptance as well, isn't it? If you know who you are and you love who you are, even with your faults, then you're then in a position, I think, to find the love that you need to support you, and that you need to be supportive too.
Yeah, and that love comes in many different forms, doesn't it, really? It's a love of friendship, it's a love of family, it's a love within yourself.
Well, it's a love of food, it's a love of travel, it's a love of animals, it's love.
What is love to you?
What does it mean to you?
Yeah. So really, if the lover's card appears to you, I think that's your starting point, really, is that how are you feeling mainly about yourself?
Yeah.
And when we say love yourself, I'm not talking about that arrogance kind of love.
That's not love.
Like, this is me, I'm so amazing, let me have a look in the mirror again. It's about how you feel really internally about yourself. In the wee hours, the darkest of night, how do you accept yourself? Yeah. Are you happy with who you are?
You know you've got your faults, you know you're this, you know you're that, you know you're stubborn, you know you're prone to being like that, but that's fine, that's who you are.
Yeah.
You need to modify some of those things. You need to heighten some of the other things that your confidence or your assertiveness, and you need to calm down on other things. But do you know who you are?
Yes, and that comes from shadow work, doesn't it? We've talked about this before.
It's so important.
Self-reflection and shadow work.
Yeah, we've done an episode on shadow work. You might want to rewind and find that and have a look at it. It's very interesting. But the lovers here. Well, I don't know what it is in your pack, Jude. But the lovers here, you've got the two lovers, a man and a woman. They in a garden, and hovering above them is an angel, a blindfolded angel.
Yes.
And the angel isn't. The blindfold on the angel means I don't judge. Basically, it only recognises true intention. And so, if you love somebody, regardless of who they are, their sex, their identity. If you love them, and in return if they love you, then how can love be wrong?
Exactly, and that's really the message, isn't it?
Love is love is love.
Yes.
And a God that says to you, you can't love this person or that person because of their gender or their identity or this or the other, would you really want to follow a God like that?
No, that's not the God that I believe in.
No, you don't want to believe in a God like that, because that's not a good God.
No.
I'm not saying God is good. What I'm saying is that if we're created in God's image and everything being equal and fair, that doesn't sound equal and fair to me.
Yes.
So the lovers will speak of finding what you love and what love is. What humans most alive when they're in love.
Yes.
That's a sure fact. So, but what is love to you? What is it you're seeking? Some people seek the simple things. Some people seek money. Some people seek property, adventure.
Everything's different to every person.
Yeah. What is it to you?
Yeah.
Define it.
That true contentment and happiness, isn't it?
Do you not think the lover so simplifies things down to just be happy that you've got somebody that loves and respects you and wants to be with you, and enjoys your company.
Remember what you have. Look at what you have got rather than what you have not.
Love life.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't sit there brooding.
Yeah.
Go out, enjoy life. There's a big old world out there that you need to go and see.
Yeah, see it as a positive card. Really.
But I see it as an incredibly positive card.
But
When
it really does start with that love.
We've talked about
Love
negative,
yourself.
positive, haven't we? You know, so when it's upside down, it means, yeah, you'll find love, but you need to do a little bit of shadow work.
Yeah,
You
we're
need
not
to
quite
work
there
on
yet.
yourself. No, but it could be soon. It could be in 2 weeks' time, a week's time.
Yeah.
It could be in 5 years' time. It will always come back to you.
Yeah.
You've got the blessing of the angel. You've got everything there. Everything's needed. But gardens, you know, they need to be tended and they need to be maintained. And then you need to plant, you need to sow, and you need to nurture, you need to water, you need to feed. And maybe that's what you need to do with yourself to find love.
Yeah, it's finding that balance. I mean, really, in some of the packs, they're not. I mean, it's kind of a little bit in this pack, but you'll find this in lots of the depictions of the card. Quite often, like you've said, the angel or the cherubim or whatever, Cupid or whatever is blindfolded, and the other two aren't really looking at each other.
No, they're not, are they?
So, and it's kind of that indecisiveness,
Yeah.
really. What is it that I really want? I'm not quite decided yet.
One of the interesting things about the lovers, though, in some of the packs as well, is that they're looking at each other and they're shaking hands like when they first met.
Yes.
Yeah. So when it's almost like saying, you know, very soon now, if you're not with somebody that you are in love with or want to be in love with, or that, you know, you're going through difficulties in the relationship, but you know you're getting there, or you've had difficulties. It's saying that very soon now you're being introduced to somebody that is an absolute massive potential for somebody that you can love and that will in return love you.
Yeah, so go out there. Don't just sit there expecting this to come to you. Go out there and meet these people.
Absolutely,
like, Randy Crawford said it starts with one hello.
Always, and a smile.
Yeah.
Always use your smile. People don't use their smiles anymore in the 21st century.
Yeah.
They're like, what?
And I think, like you've said
you
before, people want instant things. It's this instant
Yeah,
gratification.
the love isn't instant though,
No,
is it?
you have to work at it.
Passion's instant, but be careful of passion because passion will go as quickly as it arrives.
It can do, yeah.
What did my grandmother used to say? I've told you this, didn't I?
Yeah, passion perishes and love endures.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks fade.
Yeah, that's right. Looks fade, passion perishes.
And love will endure.
Yeah.
Goth, which is the Irish word for child.
Yeah.
Love will endure, and that's what you need to be looking for. Love. I mean, a lot of us when we're younger, we look for classic looks.
Oh yeah, it's all about
You know, they're sexy and they're gorgeous and they wear the right clothes
and things like that.
Trust me, when you get to our age, not your age, because you're younger, you're like, I don't care what they're wearing. Are they a nice person?
Yeah, I've read somewhere on the internet.
Are they good in bed?
Yeah, there's somebody's like when you're in your 20s, it starts off with a list of they've got to be good looking, they've got to be rich, they've got to wear the nice clothes, they've got to have a great job. And then it starts down to be like, oh well, they've got to be quite all right looking.
Have they got their own teeth?
And then at some point you reach a point like, are they breathing? Yeah.
Are they breathing? Do they have a
Are they
heartbeat?
alive?
Yeah.
That'll do me. But what is love to you? So if the card appears to you,
In a reading.
Yeah, first of all, start with self-love. What is it you really want and need in your life? What will bring contentment? And then the other things will follow.
Every time. Every single time. On that you can depend.
And we'll see you again next time.
Bye for now.